What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. And in today's video, this is Piggy Season 9 concept, Cops and Robbers, that I made all by myself. And it has the working or mechanics as the Piggy Season 7 and Season 8 timer only. Yeah. So, you might have to... wrong one. You might have to imagine some of the skins for yourself in this. I have no idea where it went. Let me go. Found it. That reminded me, if you like slap battles content, that I also have a whole bunch of slap battles post here. Just go to my channel and then click post from this section right here and scroll down and you shall see everything else. Here's Piggy Season 9 without any other distractions. Tier 1 would be the Piggy coins, 200, and you get these after playing for 5 minutes. 10 minutes, you get the build mode player model, which is Billy, the robber version from Heist. The other skin, or build mode player model skin, is also from Heist, is Rash. And you would have to play for 10 minutes to get Billy and 20 minutes to get Rash. And Tier 4 is another version of Rash, but this time it is a killer skin. It is the alternate skin of Rash. Rash already has a skin, so this is an alternate skin. This skin rather kills you with a money bag. And yeah, you can imagine the rest for yourself. I didn't make drawings of these because I don't draw. I'm still trying to work on getting Roblox Studio, but I'll tell you what I do. Tier 5, also. 30 minutes for Rash. I keep forgetting. Tier 5. Laveo. Play for 1 hour. You get the Laveo skin. Laveo was a skin that was supposed to get added by Tenuous Fleas. It is in Tenuous Fleas concept game, but still not in the original game. I think the devs asked us which one we want, the police version or the SWAT version. I imagine Laveo, or would say Laveo would be the SWAT version. Because we already have 2 policemen. We're the policeman, Doggy's the policeman, and Polly's the policeman. There are too many policemen. Where are the SWAT teams? Anyway. Alternate skin, Tier 6, Officer Doggy, SWAT. Officer Doggy is a police skin that we have seen in Book 2, Chapter 1, Alleys. He is, when you give Officer Doggy a battery, he will go stun Piggy with a taser. He also has a skin in Book 2 you can play as, with his taser version. If Officer Doggy was a skin getting out of nowadays, they would just add him as an alternate to Doggy. But since Officer Doggy and Doggy are 2 different skins and not alternate skins, why not give Officer Doggy an alternate skin? And this time he would be a SWAT member. And you have to play for 1 hour and 30 minutes to get the skin. And next is the build mode decor pack. Kind of like how the grass event, there's the grass event and there's the grass decoration. So, to make sure there's no confusion, like how there was when you were first playing Book 2, Chapter 12, and you were trying to pick up the dynamite, and then you realize that dynamite is not pick upable. I know that's not a word, but who cares? These in the decoration pack are not ones you can pick up. There are not alternate versions of these that are getting added as events to make sure there's no confusion. But how would that get added anyway? Because none of the characters that are in the game work with tasers and axes. The ones you have to give that stuff to, they already have tasers. And there's no enemy with an axe that you have to give. No. Yeah. And next is the build mode. Well, you have to get 2 hours for the decor pack. And 2 hours and 35 minutes for the build mode event pack. This would be the mall alarm, the rash door, and the billy door. Some of you are saying, well, Dizzy, what is a rash and billy door? Let me explain to you. In Book 2 Heist, extra chapter, you have to go to the, you have to go to Rash, and you have to give him a crowbar, and he will bonk down the hotel door for you. Then you can access the hotel, which is what happens here. Rash can either be used to open one door, or he can be used to bonk the air and unlock a whole bunch of stuff around the map. So he can get added as a link, or he can get added as a event. They're two different things. Alright, next up is the build mode NPC. This would be the first season to actually have an NPC given as a reward for a season. I could have easily replaced this with a trapper ability, but I thought this is necessary. Because of a cop and robber season, why not add a cop to build mode? Officer Doggy. When you give him a battery, he will go find Piggy and find the nearest path using AI and stun the Piggy for 20 seconds once he gets to them. Can Piggy run from Doggy and escape? Yes, but most likely that won't happen unless that is a player pig. Because people know to avoid the dogs when they're chasing you, and they know to avoid the NPCs when they're fed and ready to stun them. So, just explaining how he works for some of the people who don't know how he works. Anyway, it would be great to have him build mode. We should have gotten that many moons ago. He was one of the main characters in Alice. There were literally only a couple of characters in Alice, that being Willow, Rash, us, and Officer Doggy. And him being one of the nice characters, he should have gotten added a long time ago, because Alice was added back in 2021 or 2020. He was there. There's no way that was added in 2022 or later. Next up is 33 hours and 28 minutes for this. Yeah. There's tier 10, the alternate skin of Polly. But this time he looks like he did in Heist. I was really debating whether I should say the Polly in Heist or the Polly in Refinery. Because Polly also shows up, and he is the one that gave Zizzy the scratch. And we know that. Just saying that for people who don't. But anyway, there's 3 hours and 50 minutes for this. That's kind of accurate. I think, I don't know, maybe 5. I don't know, again. But Heist, this wouldn't be the uninfected one, because there are no uninfected skins in Piggy, probably, so you can tell them from the actual nice ones and mean ones. Yeah. So he would be in the game, but infected, and he would probably work as exactly like the Officer Doggy skin, only Officer Polly. Yeah. Tier 11, 4 hours, alternate skin, Torn Robbie. Robbie is a character that's not talked about as much anymore because it's just a robot, and we saw it in Mall one time, and then we saw the nice Robbie. people are talking about the nice Robbie more than the mean Robbie. Because the nice Robbie shows up more than the mean Robbie did. Because the mean Robbie only showed up for one chapter. And that was the mall. Because he was a security Maldroid. And he chased anyone that opened the store. Because to Robbie's knowledge, it was after hours. Nobody walks in on after hours. But anyway. This would be a gold skin to have in a game. Especially since, oh my gosh, why does he belong in a Copy and Bribery season? He is a security Maldroid. He belongs in a security robber cops theme season. Alright. Police can be security. Security police. Security police. Security guard stuff. And they can be police. They can be whatever. I don't need to explain. And the final tier 12 skin is the rule breaker. William. What do you mean, rule breaker skin? We don't know what the rule breaker skin is. No, William is not a part of the rule breaker's actual name. I just put that there so you don't know, so you'll know who that is. But also, it always comes with a journal entry. You should have explained the rule breaker in the journal. I did. Journal entry. I can't believe I'm dealing with this criminal. Everyone knows how to be wise and respectful of the laws here, except her, as well as the raccoon, bull, and pony. I wonder if the male wolf I've been seeing around here is doing the exact crime she is. I hope not. Daisy was raising them both, so I hope she's the rule follower. Here's the information on who this journal entry is about. This is written by Polly because he is the person in Heist that has to chase us around because we're trying to steal a pie and give it to William, who is mad at her because I'm not sure. When Polly says, I can't believe we're dealing with this criminal, he's talking about Willow, the raccoon, Rash, the bull, Billy, the pony, he means pony, the male wolf is William. Why did I come up with the skin rule breaker? Because Polly says, I hope he's the what? Look on the screen and tell me what that says. He says, I hope he's the rule follower. So it would make total sense for him to be the rule follower, right? Why not bend that idea and make him the rule breaker? I had an idea that because he was mad and now he didn't have a sister, he was going crazy and now breaking rules and everything. Yeah. He would also be infected. With whatever color eyes lines up with the, this color eye means this character was that and that. Yeah, whatever eyes match that. Yeah. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah.